I get questions all the time from people on LinkedIn about how to format their resume. So
Yes.
what would you say in recommendation for formatting? The plain white kind of list column, or a two column, something that stands out, or a mix?
Yeah, I don't think you should get too fancy, right? Because I think that ATS systems, and we don't use ATS, right? And some agencies do. My best guess is the more fancy we get with your resume, the worse chance you have of getting it through the process because it doesn't know how to handle, all these different formatting techniques, right? So with table structures and, so I would think I'm a fan of simplicity when it comes to resumes. So bullet points, bold, right? And just keep it very linear, right? As far as your progression, your career progression. Um, I don't like pictures of, this is my personal opinion. I don't care for pictures on a resume. I don't care for having your certifications on a resume. That's subject to interpretation, right? Some people like that to stand out that way. That's fine. I'm more of a guy who likes it just to be listed, right? So listing your certifications, listing your education, wherever it is. Now I am a fan of having links to your Trailblazer profile, to your certifications, to your digital portfolio, things like that on your resume, which I don't think the ATS system would necessarily kick you out because of having links. But to your point, Derek, sending your resume to an individual is a much better process than going through the masses of the ATS system. And when we send a resume to a particular individual, it kind of has to be a little bit of a nourishing process, right? Versus just saying, "Hey Joe, saw this position open on your company. I think I'm a great fit. Here's my resume. Let me know what you think." The hiring managers and HR and everyone else are getting hit up on LinkedIn as well or through emails. Um, so I'm a fan of trying to have a little bit more substance in that approach and try to do a little bit more research in order to help stand out in the process without just shooting over your resume. And trust me, I get resumes sent to me all day long on LinkedIn, but there's a little bit more of a tactful way to be able to do that based on doing a little bit more due diligence on your side about the customer, about the position, about the business, about what they have going on in the future, and maybe even doing some network with those at the company to see if you can get any sound bites about what's happening there, just to help portray that you've done a little bit more than what everyone else is doing, is just firing off a resume left, right, in every which direction. These things will definitely help you stand out and maybe get the attention of the hiring manager or the recruiter or someone internally based on you doing a little bit. And now I'm not saying that's the end all be all and it will always work for you, but it does, in my opinion, get you a little bit farther ahead than anyone else.
I think that's where employee referrals can come in handy too, is before that employee submits you, they can take a look at your resume because they know the company culture, they know probably what the hiring manager recruiters are looking for, and they can help you tweak that resume.
Exactly. If you're able to get someone else to submit your resume on your behalf from an internal employee, that's you're miles ahead of anybody else. So as you start to look through positions and trying to make connections with people on LinkedIn of employees that currently work there, Salesforce admins or product owners or architects or whatever the BAs, whoever is there that you think could be an advocate on your behalf, those are the kind of backdoor approaches that you want to take to see if are they open to having a phone call with you to hear a little bit more about your experience so they can submit your resume to the hiring manager on behalf of you, right? And I think if you're able to do that, again, that's one of the best approaches you can take.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Christopher. And great question, Derek.